Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me, and as per usual, I'm just pleased, super pleased and excited for you to share with me this afternoon, this evening, this morning, whenever it is that you are watching this video. So this evening I have another book review. So if you are interested in finding out who moved my cheese, stay tuned. So, this little book, I say it's little because it is not a very long book, but it has a very, very potent message. So, I have the attention span of a child. I don't really like books that are very long or too wordy. Not that you should dumb down your words, but I like books that are clear, straight to the point, message is there, message is relevant. If you can say it in one sentence, why say it in 10 or 15 or 20? Why beat around the bush? And so, because of that, Who Moved My Cheese has got 2 thumbs up from me. So, Who Moved My Cheese? Now, that sounds, wow, a book about cheese? Is that what the book is about? Well, it's about a proverbial cheese. It's not about real cheese. It's about a cheese. And as I go along, I'll explain to you exactly what cheese is. And so this book is about managing change, dealing with change. How quickly do we adapt to change? All of that. And so, and I mean, in the past 2 years, haven't we gone through so many changes? And even as we are going to another period of change, kind of almost we are heading steadily to the post-pandemic era. There are going to be more changes, but will the change be, will we go back to where we were pre-pandemic? Who Moved My Cheese is about 4 fictional characters. 2 are mice and 2 are little people. What is either scuff or scurry or or ham, doesn't matter. So just some fictional names. You when you read the book, you can get the exact name. 4 fictional characters, and these 4 fictional characters are on the hunt for cheese. And so every day they would set out, go through mazes, different mazes, maze after maze after maze, topsy-turvy maze with many dangers, just different maze, in the search of cheese. And so one day they happened on a big factory of cheese, a big place, a big part of the maze that I think they call it Cheese Station C, whatever it is, Cheese Station C or whatever it is. So this part of the maze had cheese. Whatever kind of cheese, whether it's cheddar cheese or Gouda or pepper jack, whatever kind of cheese. So there are a variety of cheese. Good cheese, man. Wonderful cheese. So these people, at first, so remember, before these 4 persons, they set out early every morning in search of the cheese with enthusiasm, with pizzazz, with a sense of adventure, because they're trying to find this cheese. Found the cheese now. And every day they sat down and they ate the cheese, man. They're excited. Then they go home, come back next morning eating the cheese. And so this place is so great. It's a fabulous place. Fabulous, so comfortable. Cheese is so abundant there. And so some persons moved closer to the cheese station, so it is more easily accessible to them and all of that. So they love this place, and they basically set up shop at the cheese station. The thing is that these 4 characters are different. So the 2 scurry one is scram or scurry. So these 2 characters are very different from the other 2 characters. So these 2 characters now, every day they would still get up with the same level of enthusiasm, going, and even they didn't even take off their running shoes, because when they're heading into the cheese station, they had on their running shoes, meaning that they're ready for action. So when they're at this cheese station eating, they put the running shoes around their neck so that they are ready to move again. Those two characters, what they found out is that they started to realize that, you know, that this cheese is getting a little bit less and less every day. Something is happening here. You know that this cheese might just finish one day, but let's just watch and see what's going on. Still maintained their punctuality. Still came early, still came hustling, watching what's going on. The other two, however, they slacked off. I mean, this cheese station is a comfortable cheese station. I know that every day that they go there, it's gonna be there. They don't come early. There's no enthusiasm. It's just there, and it is like routine. They go there every day, eat their cheese, fill their belly, go back home. One day, Scurry and Scuff, I think that's what they're called, or maybe not, but you know who I'm talking about, came to cheese station C. Guess what? There was no cheese there. No, they are sniffing around and say, okay, there's no cheese here. Well, so, all right then, fine. You know, we suspected that this cheese would be coming to an end soon. And so, put on back their running shoes, immediately set out to look for more cheese. Left, immediately set out to look for more cheese. Maha came some hours later, looked into cheese station C. Guess what? No cheese was there. Oh, Jesus. Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? They were so angry. They were so upset. How dare they? Who moved the cheese? We are used to coming here every day and seeing cheese. How dare whoever moved this cheese? What happened? They were there. All right, okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna leave. Tomorrow, we're gonna come back and see if the cheese comes back. Came back tomorrow to the same station. Who moved the cheese? There's still no cheese there. Note, well, Scram and Skim, the two initial ones, they went out and they headed out and they eventually found more cheese. These two kept coming there every day. Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? Upset because they felt entitled. This was their cheese. They had a claim, they had a stake in this cheese. Then one of them one day said, you know what? We have got, he just basically laughed at himself and like, oh my God, look at us. We're just so silly. Every day we come here, who move my cheese? We're here getting hungrier and hungrier by the day. We're getting weaker and weaker. And we're just sitting here hoping for the cheese to come back. But it's apparently that the cheese is not going to come back. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave out of this maze. I'm going to check out some other mazes and see if there is a possibility there might be cheese somewhere else. One of them said, I don't know if it's Marha, whichever one, said, who, me? No. Whoever moved the cheese need to put it back. I'm not going anywhere. This is how I normally do it. This is how I've always done it. I've always come right here and the cheese has always been here. I don't know who moved this cheese. So he sat there. Got weaker and weaker and all of that. While the other one said, you know what? Took me long enough. I came here, even after I saw that the cheese moved, I came here and I decided, I continued to do the same thing that I've always done and expecting a different result. And the cheese has not come back. So he decided, set out on his way. On his way, he started to think, oh God, you know, I wonder if I can do this again. Remember before when we were going through the maze and trying to find this cheese station, it was so difficult. There are so many obstacles along the way. And even now I'm so much older. I wonder if I still have the same skills to find the cheese. But anyway, yeah, I wonder if I should go back and the cheese would eventually come up. But no, since I started out, let me just try. And then he said, boy, suppose I fail at this. I'm so scared. You know, I'm a little bit too old for this. Or, you know, I wish if I had started out a little bit earlier. From the cheese had moved, I should have started to try. so many things. But he kept on going, and as he went along the way, he learned lessons. And then he started to find some cheese along the way, some little patches of cheese that kind of built up his strength. He felt good now. So, yeah, man. Yeah, so it means, if I'm finding these snippets of cheese outside here, there may be more cheese there. So he found some of the cheese, took some of the cheese, went back to his friend who was still in the maze. I said, you know what? Come with me, man. I'm gradually trying to find some more cheese. Come with me. And let us see if we can find this cheese. No, I'm not going to go into the maze. Who? Me? You know how hard I work to find this cheese here? I'm not going to go and try to find any more cheese. Whoever moved this cheese need to bring it back. Anyway, he left again. I said, no, I'm not even going to try to convince him anymore. Went and he kept on searching, kept on diligently searching. The thoughts of, the negative thoughts kept coming. The thoughts of, do I still have the skills? I should have started out earlier. All of those thoughts came into his head. And eventually, guess what? He found some cheese. He found a new cheese station. And so, guess who he saw when he got there? In addition to finding a greater variety of cheese, some cheese he had never seen before, probably, what kind of cheese? American cheddar, whatever it is, tasty cheese, whatever cheese. But the variety of cheese that he found at Cheese Station N was far greater than what was at Cheese Station C. And guess who else he found there? Scurry, Scrum and Scurry, whatever their name is. The two first ones that left out of the maze. They were there. They were so fat and healthy and rosy because they found this cheese station a long time ago and they were there eating. But they still had their running shoes around their neck because they knew that at any moment, if this cheese station was not working out or the cheese finished here, we were going to set out again and we were going to find new cheese. And so Ham, or How, whichever one it is that came in last, he decided that he was going to adopt this attitude. So he had his running shoes around his neck. What changed in his attitude as he went along and to try to find this new cheese station was that he started to visualize. He started to say, my life would be so great if again I found some wonderful cheese. I can just imagine. I would just sit down and I would just melt that cheese and I would just slather it all over the bread, or I just put it nicely in between two slices of Miss Birdie bun, or just He started to visualize what his life would look like with the new cheese, newfound cheese. And just in case there's somebody out there who still thinks that we're talking about cheese and hasn't gotten the point of the story, let me just break it down for you. Just a little bit. Just enough for you to be interested in. Just figuring out. Finding the book. It's not a long book. Persons encounter many situations in life. And the proverbial cheese is whatever it is that we aspire to that makes us so happy. Whether it is family, whether it is love, whether it's success in our career, whatever it is, whether it is spiritual well-being, whatever that cheese is. So many of us, we set out and we search and we work hard and we build and we go through all the obstacles and the mazes and we find that cheese station. We find that spot, that nice, comfortable, cushy spot, and we enjoy the cheese and our bellies are full. And we get so comfy, we don't realize the tide of what is going on, the many different changes. So you are trained in one area, but you don't realize that the area that we're moving into now requires a different set of skills, a different mindset. It requires something different from you. No, we were not aware of the changes. And so we get left behind. we don't realize that the cheese that we've been eating is getting moldy. We don't realize that it is finishing. So the joy that we usually derive from whatever it is whatever is our cheese, it is no longer there. It's gradually depleting until it might just run dry. Whereas some among us, we are so quick, we're quick to the uptake. The first two, Scurry and whatever, the other one, they were watching, they were looking, seeing that the tides were changing. And as soon as they realized that no cheese was there any longer, they kept moving. And so I encourage us today. We need to be aware of what is going on. Could be a change of job, could be a change of surrounding, it could be and this is a huge one, because sometimes we think, oh, when you hear about new cheese, we might think, okay, new relationship, or new, I'm gonna move on and all of that. But it could be a new attitude, because the attitude that we've lived with for is no longer serving the times that we are in. The attitude that we have is no longer working for us. The cheese is not there anymore. Cheese is now molded, the cheese is finished. But this is just a synopsis of the book. Go ahead and read it. I encourage you. Change is not easy. Ask the question, who likes changes? Put your hand or write in the type in the comment section. I love changes. Me personally, I don't like change. No, I'm not a person who is big on change. I like to find a routine. And when I find what works for me, I like to stick with it. But there are times when you need to switch it up. You need to change because the cheese is moving. Do not sit and cry and quarrel. Who moved my cheese? Get up. Go ahead and find new cheese. New cheese is out there to be found. So, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. But do read the book, Who Moves My Cheese? And you will not be disappointed. Thank you for your being on this journey with me this evening, this morning, this afternoon. Continue to love, show some love for this channel, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you.